The film I'll be reviewing is called Smoke Signals. Thanks to my extensive knowledge of film and the website Rotten Tomatoes, I know that Smoke Signals is a drama comedy. Smoke Signals is about two young men, Thomas and Victor, who live on a reservation in the United States. When Thomas was young, both his parents died in a house fire, but he was saved by Victor's dad, Arnold. Arnold eventually abandons his wife and son due to his personal demons and moves to Phoenix, Arizona, where he eventually dies. This film, Smoke Signals, chronicles the journey of the two young men as they go to retrieve Arnold's ashes for burial. Together, Thomas and Victor will have to face who they are in society and what their place is. Especially through this traffic reporter, we see the familiarity between the people on the reservation. His familiar manner appears to be representative of the native life. An important factor about the dialogue is that, despite the more run-down conditions of the reservation, all of the natives appear to be very well spoken, indicating a fairly decent education, which seems more counter to the rest of the conditions of the reservation.
Arnold got arrested, but he got lucky. At first they charged him with attempted murder, but then they plea bargained that down to assault with a deadly weapon, and then they plea bargained that down to being an Indian in the 20th century.
Through a series of jokes like this, and other scenes as well, the film shows us how the historic bad treatment of Native Americans has led to bitterness and distrust against the government.
Thomas, you really need to grow up. Don't you know anything? People are awful. They'll rob you blind if you ain't watching. Where's your piggy bank? You still got your piggy bank? Yeah. Just remember, Thomas, you can't trust anybody.
Those feelings lead to beliefs such as those held by Victor in this scene, that you can't trust anyone outside of the reservation. Throughout this film, we are often shown clips of the wilderness, repeatedly, as if to show what the natives lost when the Europeans took. This, of course, forms another part of their identity and heritage. Basketball is another reoccurring image throughout the film. It mostly represents the family connection between Victor and Arnold, and they both continue basketball long after they're separated.
Damn right, I'm sure. Get on
So, as always, soundtrack is an important part of the film. I don't think that in this film it's particularly original, but it's more or less effective. Soundtrack often picks up after people have been talking for longer scenes without much dialogue. Drops off when any of the actors are speaking. It can be used for dramatic entrance. Here it's used for a dramatic entrance, pretty effective, but not overly original. I think that these couple scenes here are very well filmed, but for the most part, the camera work is very similar to the soundtrack. It's effective, but predictable. By no means, spectacular or anything else. This stands out as a very good group of footage. It has the standards close-ups for when people are talking, zooms in on their faces so you can clearly see their expressions and emotions. Larger shots for when we want to see how their actions will influence their environment around them. All in all, this film addresses many of the issues that Native Americans face, including alcoholism, poverty, unemployment, and racism. By bringing these problems into the public eye, it makes it easier for people to understand them and focus on these injustices. From the point of a film itself perspective, I wouldn't say that the film is spectacular, but it was well put together.